Hello guys. I think there was some issues in the broadcast earlier. Hello. I'm just waiting for some more people to come in. Guys, just confirm your presence by posting a message in the chat section so that we can be sure that you guys are not facing any new issues now. Yeah. Okay. So now we are going to go in full flow. So it seems that all the issues are now sorted out. The video is coming fine, and the audio is also coming good. Yeah. So yes. So I was talking about that Tata Communications is going to spend more than $100 million on IoT in the next 2 to 3 years. You know what? Where they will be spending this money on? They will be spending this money on their manufacturing floors, where they are manufacturing cars and like various other things in order to get efficiency in power consumption in the way they are working and stuff like that. And that is what the whole purpose of this IoT is, that since all these devices around you are now connected to the internet, this means that they are giving out so much data on the network that you will really be able to like do a lot of analysis and basically achieve greater goals that you were not able to achieve earlier when you did not have access to all this data before the IoT era. Okay. And similarly, there are a lot of news in this tech section like that are always coming up around. These were some news that I handpicked to discuss in this webinar. Let's go ahead and dive into the career paths that I was talking about at the in the starting. So yes, so have you ever looked into the earning potential like of this kind, like Android developer earning 8 lakhs per annum, or a full stack developer 12 lakhs per annum, or a social media marketing manager earning 12 lakhs per annum? If you have ever wondered into getting this sort of job profile ever in your life, then then you should know that there are specific number of things that you need to do in the correct way. If you do those things in the correct manner, you can definitely achieve like these goals. Okay, let me just post some messages to you guys. Hello guys, stay tuned. Please invite your friends also. Doubts will be taken in the end. Yeah. Okay. So yes. So these are the kind of career paths that are available. This is the kind of earning potential that is available. Now it is up to you that you should align your goals in your 4 years of engineering so that you can be one of these people when you graduate. Let's discuss on what those things are. So again, you should know that code rules. The age that we are living in right now is the age of internet. Almost all the industries that you see around you are on the verge of being disrupted by information technology. And you know what this information technology comprises of? This information technology comprises of engineers like you and me who are writing code day in day out, and basically are empowering this whole revolution. Even if you are not in computer science, you should not worry, because this you can easily be a part of this revolution. You can easily be a part of IT if you do a certain things in the right manner. We'll discuss them very soon. Even if you're you are in computer science, you should know that you are still not safe, because the kind of curriculum that is being taught by the engineering colleges in India is not up to date. It is not enough to get you a decent job at the end of your 4 years of college. So what are the areas? So one is robotics. So robotics again, like is riding a lot on the success of artificial intelligence and your cloud technology. Okay, and then again your mechanical engineering. So this robotics is a very great field, and robotics is now responsible for a lot of new innovations that are coming up. For example, your delivery technologies. So all your delivery mechanisms are now handled a lot by robots, whether they are into either they are into last mile delivery, for example the quadcopter or this unmanned vehicle which is delivering your pizza on the doorstep, or it can be at the warehousing end, wherever, for example, your Amazon is storing all your goods and everything in a warehouse right now, ensuring that a warehouse runs fine, ensuring that everything that you need to ship to the customers is stored in the right manner in the warehouse, is now also being automated at a great extent using the power of robotics. Internet of Things. Internet of Things is again one of those areas that I was recently talking about. Internet of Things is now on the radar of almost all the companies around the globe. For example, these companies like Samsung are now coming up with their own IoT networks, which will basically be able to connect all the devices that are present at your home to the IoT network, and then you will be able to control all these devices at the just at the tap of your tap of a button on your mobile phone. Okay, then artificial intelligence. Almost all the apps that you see right now on your phone have some element that is being altered with respect to your usage behavior. Okay, for example, a new song being recommended on your music app, or for example new videos being recommended to you on the basis of the videos that you have already seen on YouTube. Okay, all these kind of things are now being powered by artificial intelligence. Or for example, Google Maps telling you from going from point A to point B in the shortest possible manner, right? So all these things are the magic of artificial intelligence and basically statistics and all that things, which are now being used in the greater number of products around you. It would be safe to say that almost all the products that you see around you are using some AI, in some AI in one way or the another, and this AI is getting powerful on day-to-day basis. Okay, so there is a lot of opportunities that are there for you to explore in the AI field. Again, then there is Android. So all these various technologies that are coming up are ultimately focusing themselves into this Android technology, because ultimately all these technologies that are being developed are being controlled by an Android application. Okay, so basically it's very important that you should know that you should be knowing about Android technology as well, because once you are able to make applications on Android, you will be basically able to control all these various technologies that are happening around you, whether it's controlling your drone going from one place to another, or whether it's controlling the power into your air conditioner, or whether you are checking some favorite song that is being recommended to you on the basis of your listening history in the past. So all these things basically are being offered on Android. So Android becomes a very important part of this whole ecosystem. Then comes virtual reality. So virtual reality is the next big thing that is going to happen. It will be changing how you consume media. For example, how you play video games, or how you basically watch movies. Okay, the other day I was playing with this VR headset, and I was just by putting this VR headset on, I was able to watch a movie, and it seemed like as I'm watching that movie, in a movie hall. Okay, all of that while I was sitting in my bedroom. Okay, I you know what, like this VR headset, this VR technology has so much potential that it will really change how we basically watch movies, or how we play video games, or how we go from one place to another, right? And there are a lot of opportunities that are being opening up. Okay, for example, a couple of years back, everyone was talking about Android. Okay, so the people who knew Android a couple of years back were at a much greater advantage as compared to people who did not. Similarly, VR is at the same point. So right now, people are just starting to figure out VR, and just applying those VR technologies in their businesses. So it is the right time for you guys to learn VR, to get into VR, to basically get your control on a VR headset and make some apps on it and launch them on the VR app store. Okay, so that when you are passing out, or when you are going out for your interview, your resume will stand out, because all your peers who are not that tech savvy will not know anything about the VR technology. But since you are enlightened enough, you will be knowing all of that. So it is very important that you keep VR technology also on your radar. Now, now a lot of students ask me about, sir, I'm in first year or second year, what should I do? So I'm telling you, if you are in first or second year, first of all, you should not specialize. Okay, you should not choose one area to do. You should basically be exploring a lot of areas. Okay, and you know what, that is why Ecovision recently launched their combo program. Okay, the now combo program of Ecovision basically like teaches you about 15 areas of engineering. Okay, so it is basically targeted for people who are in their starting years of engineering, so that they get maximum exposure to the various fields of engineering that are out there. Because in first or second year, since you are young, since you have lots and lots of time, you are in a very great position to basically be able to explore multiple areas, so that after after 1 year or 2 year, you will be able to focus on 1 to 2 key areas that will interest you the most in those 15 areas that Equation teaches you about. So that is one example of how you should explore more areas rather than focusing on just one area in your starting one first or second year. You should also be a part of a lot of college groups that you're having at your campus, and you should make a lot of friends, and sort of socialize with them, and sort of have fun basically. And also, like as I said, not specialize in just one area, and basically get yourself acquainted with multiple areas, so that after after the end of 2 years, you will be knowing that, okay, this is the field that has interested me the most, and for next 2 years I will be I will be going deep into this one skill, and those 14 skills that I've also learned will also going are also going to stay with me. Okay, so those who want to know more about the combo program that I just talked about, I've posted the link in the chat section. So those who want to look into it, please do look into that. Okay, so if you're in third year, so third year becomes a very key year in your engineering 4 years. Why? Because at the end of your third year, you have to go for an internship. There are two cases. Either you have an internship offer. If you have an internship offer, then I would recommend that you should get into as many like deeper areas of your core area as possible. For example, if you have an internship in Android development, then you should become very much expert of Android development in your third year. Okay, and if you don't have an offer in your third year, which most of these students do not, because they don't really understand the importance of a good internship. So you know what, if so people who have done a good internship and people who have not done a good internship becomes the deciding factor on the kind of jobs they will be doing at the end of their 4 years. Okay, so it is very, very important for you to crack a very good paid internship at the end of your third year. Okay, if you do not, if you have just entered your third year, for example, if you are in your, say, fifth semester, or if you are in your sixth semester, if you do not have an offer already, then I highly recommend that start doing online courses. Okay, start doing good online courses like the one offered by Ecovation, and build good projects. Okay, build good number of high value projects in those courses. Okay, make sure that you host them on GitHub, and then you showcase them in the form of links on your resume. Okay, then when your like vacations are just about to start, about 1 month before that, or actually 45 days before that, you should start applying through to various internships. Okay, showcasing that resume. And if you have done good number of online courses, if you have done good number of projects, then I'm sure that you will be able to crack a very good paid internship. Okay, what to do if you are in fourth year? So for example, if you are in seventh or eighth semester, then there are two possibilities. Either you have done a good internship. If you have already done a good internship, then you should get yourself into competitive coding. Okay, you should do as many like competitions that are conducted online as possible. Okay, and then basically you should brush up your resume and then go for a job interview. If you have not done a good internship and you are already in your fourth year, then you should understand that you are in a very difficult position, and then you need to really focus and channelize your efforts in this last 2 semesters. Okay, for that you should again be doing at least 4 online courses. Okay, you should be doing at least 4 online courses. 2 of them should be in Android and full stack, and last another 2 of them should be in any of your interest areas, for example ML and VR. Okay, and build good number of projects again in all these 4 courses that I'm recommending you. Once you do that, then again brush up your resume, make sure that you have posted these links fine in your resume, and then start applying for a job. Okay, start applying for your job early on, because since you have not done a good internship in your 4 years already, so you will have a tough time being shortlisted in your placements. But trust me, you will still do fine in it, because you would have done at least 4 online courses, and you would be having good experience in building the projects. Okay, don't do offline courses in fourth years, or in fact in any of the years of engineering. Why? Because offline courses are not efficient. You really have to spend a lot of time in commuting to the center, commuting to the coaching location and stuff like that, right? And moreover, the kind of teachers that are available at your local tuition center or local coaching center are not of good enough quality. That is why we are recommending that all of you should be doing online courses, and so that they are cost efficient for you, and moreover they save you a lot of time, and you will be able to do multiple skills in a shorter span of time. Okay, so yes, so one more thing that you should be knowing, that whatever skills that you are learning right now will be used this 4 years down the line. Okay, so you should have a mindset in engineering that you need to constantly keep on learning various things. Okay, it is very important for you guys to continuously learn and upskill yourself at the like at all times of your engineering. And you should also know that college education will not get you a job. College education is in most of the colleges, the college education is outdated, is not up to date, is not aligned with what the companies are asking for when people go out and do jobs, apply for jobs in those companies. Okay, so you should know that college education will not get you a job. You need to take initiatives on your own to train yourself in through various online courses, so that you can do well when you go out and take up a job somewhere. So now these earning potentials that I mentioned, like 8 lakhs per annum or 12 lakhs per annum for Android full stack or or social media marketing managers. Now it makes sense to you, right? So yes, so now you can be sure that you can be one of these people doing these things, right? Yeah. So let me dive a little bit deeper into what these specific career paths have to offer. Okay, what the people out there do when they are doing these career paths. So for example, full stack developer. If you're a full stack developer, you will basically be developing websites end to end. Okay, you will be developing not just website but actually web applications. You will be developing backend. You will be figuring out the database. You will be figuring out the backend logic, and then you will be making sure that it connects well with your front end application. You will also be making sure that that all the user requirements are being met through your user interface. Okay, that is what a full stack developer does. Full stack developer basically controls end to end experience for a developer, for a user, for a web application. Then comes the Android engineer. So Android engineer is basically is the person who handles complete Android applications end to end. So if, for example, you see Zomato app, or you see Facebook app, or you see Ecovision app, all these apps are basically developed by a team of Android developers who are controlling each and every aspect of these applications when they are being used by an end user. Okay. Then comes the social media marketing manager. So if you are a person who loves marketing, and if you are also an engineer, then you can basically become a social media marketing manager. So these people are basically so all your ads that you see on Facebook, Google, or Twitter, all these things are activities of social media marketing people. Okay, they are the ones who handle, who basically do a lot of marketing for all these brands while ensuring like sales and stuff like that for these companies. Selenium engineer. So all these products that you see around you, these products are not being developed by a single person. Okay, they are being developed by big teams of people, and these products are so complex that you need to make sure that the quality of all these products is fine. So if you're making a change at one place in the product, then it should not break anything else at somewhere else in the product. So all these things are basically controlled by a person whom we call a Selenium engineer, basically who's making sure that the quality of the product that is being made is top notch. Then comes the user interface and user experience designer. So all these people, so all these applications that you see, so how they look, and where the button is placed, and what happens when you click on a button, and what sort of animation comes up when you click on a button. These things are controlled by a user experience and a user interface designer. Okay. IoT engineer. So IoT engineer is one of the great professions that is very fast coming up. So these people basically ensure that all these devices that are out there are connected to the cloud efficiently, and then making sure that these clouds are uploading their data in the cloud efficiently, and also that the cloud is processing all this data and making out predictions just fine. So that is the work of an IoT engineer. So IoT engineer is not viable as a career option if you're just passing out of your college, or it becomes a very viable option when you are 2-3 years into a particular career path. Full stack, Android, social media, Selenium, user interface, all these career paths are very good career paths. They get you a job when you pass out from your 4 years of engineering. Okay, so these are very good career options to basically opt for. Ecovision offers courses at each of these career paths. Okay, let me just probably let me just post out some links where you can find about all these career paths that I have been talking about. Um, Yeah, so this is the link that I've just posted in the chat. So you can go over there and you can basically figure out all these career paths that I've just mentioned over here. And I'm also posting a phone number, okay, that Ecovision has recently launched. So all these, like this phone number is basically controlled by a team of people, highly skilled people from IIT Delhi and other senior career counselors. So they will help you pick the right kind of career option for your career. Okay, so just give a call on this number if you are facing any doubt or something like that during this webinar or in the future also. So yeah, let's come back to the topic. So if you are aligned, if you have successfully aligned yourself for one of these career paths, okay, then you can be sure that you can easily get placed in one of these companies like Flipkart, Snapdeal, Ecovision, Ola, Uber, BookMyShow, or Zomato. Okay, you can get placed at any of these companies if you have aligned yourself to one of these career paths that I've mentioned over here. All these companies are very actively hiring for all of these career paths that I've mentioned over here. If you have the desired kind of skills, then companies will be running after rather than you running after companies. A little bit about Ecovision. So Ecovision is a network of more than 7 lakh students, active students, out of which more than 2.5 lakh students are engineering students. Okay, they are the ones who are basically making Ecovision the biggest platform for engineering students, biggest learning platform for the Ecovision for the engineering students. So if you're interested in any of these courses that I just talked about and any of these career paths that I've talked about, do use the Eco Webinar promo code, that is ECKOWE. Okay, let me just shoot out a message. I will be taking doubts in just about a couple of minutes. Okay, and yes, so you can also look into all of these courses and apply this Eco Webinar coupon code to get attractive discounts. This coupon code is accessible only for the people who have attended this webinar. So please don't share it with anyone. This is basically applicable only for you. Okay. Yes, and I also just wanted to tell you about the Ecovision hotline. As I just talked about, this hotline like is handled by a group of people from IIT Delhi and senior career counselors who are who are having a lot of career experience, and they will be helping you pick the right kind of courses which will help you get the right kind of career path and right kind of like jobs in your engineering. Okay, so yes, so we're done with the presentation. I am now open to take any doubts that you guys must be having. Let me, yes, so we are now open for doubts. Yeah, so come on guys, start posting your doubts here. Okay, so let me, so there have been a lot of doubts that have been posted by a lot of people. So I'll just take the first doubt that has been asked by a person. His name is Best of WWE. So he's asking that there should be a course on cyber security. Yes, I don't know your real name, but yes, there is a course, very good course on Ecovision about the cybersecurity as well. I've just posted in the link. Do check it out. And there is another question that is asked by a person. So, Electronics Geek is asking, what are the basics to be known for a startup in IoT? So I would say that you need to know a lot of things for doing a startup in IoT. So you should be knowing about the server engineering. You should also be knowing about the basic electronics, which comprises of these various networks and these various devices. So you should be knowing about all of that before you get into IoT startup, okay? And you should also have some experience of working with other IoT startups as well, okay? Because when you get on to work with other people who are already working in IoT, that is when you will be able to learn a lot of things, okay? So yes, so we should be having a lot of experience on that as well before you actually get into some real IoT startup of your own. Okay. Yes. So yeah, electronics. If I've answered your question correctly, please do acknowledge that by posting in a message in the chat section, so that we should know. We should be knowing that we have answered your doubt correctly. Um, Sudhir Akirala is asking, is there a Google employee or ex-Google employee in Ecovation? Yes, Sudhir, there are a lot of friends of us who have been working with us on preparing the course content and have been lecturers in the various courses that are present on the Ecovation. So yes, Ecovation does have ex-Google employees like with us. Atharv is asking which language should we prefer for ML. Atharv, you should prefer Python for as the preferred language for ML. Atharv is asking what is the future scope for an Android developer. Atharv, I would say it is immense. Why? Because at the moment, if you go on the various job sites, there are more than 20,000 job openings just for Android developers. So Android developers is a really hot skill, and Android developer development, you could say, is at that mature stage. Okay, it is at that stage wherein people have so you see Android applications everywhere now. There are people who are looking to enhance their apps, and there are now almost every company is either having their own Android application, or it is present on someone else's Android application, right? So Android application developer is a really hot skill, and it is very high in demand if you are looking for a big, like becoming an Android developer. Then do join the Ecovations Android course on that, because it is taken by me, so you can be sure about the quality of that course. Since that course is taken up by me, I am also posting in a link over here, so that just in case if you are more curious about looking into that. Okay, Dharv, if I have like answered your doubt correctly, please do post like a message as an acknowledgement in the comment section, in the live chat section. Okay. So yes. Mm, yes, Chandrasekhar. So, Chandrasekhar, I think I have answered your doubt correctly. So yeah, so please acknowledge that in the comment section. Atharv is asking, can you elaborate more on VR? So yes, Atharv. So VR is basically virtual reality, as we call it, and is basically consumed using a VR headset. So Ecovision sends the Procus headset. Procus is a very good headset, so it lies somewhere between the Oculus headsets, or Oculus headset is top of the class headset, but it is very costly. It's 10,000 rupee headset, and then Google Cardboard is a very cheap headset, like 500 rupees. So Procus lies somewhere in between that. So yes, so Ecovation sends in the Procus headset with its VR course, and in Ecovations VR course, you will be basically learning about like using various VR games, playing all those VR games, and also making your own VR game in that course. Okay, it is taken by Mr. Govinda. He's from IIT Delhi, and he has lots of experience in working with new media technologies. Okay, so do check out that course if you're really interested, and do use the Ecovations webinar code, like that is Eco Webinar, ECKOWEBINAR. I've posted the course link with the like in the chat section itself. And if you're having any doubts, I've also posted the hotline number on which you can call to get connected with any of the career counselor or to ask about anything else that you are worried about. Yes, so Indranil Goswami is asking MATLAB Pearl how to learn the program, and so please any tips on this program. So Indranil, I would say that Pearl is you can learn Perl through various online sources right now, but sadly Ecovision is not offering a course on that. However, if you want to learn MATLAB, we are offering a very good course that is taken by Mr. Ritesh Singh, who's from IIT Delhi himself. You can look into that course. I've posted in the link. You can also learn about MATLAB through various online sources by going online. But if you're looking for some good certification and some good handholding by the experts and live Q&A sessions and stuff like that, then you should definitely look into the Ecovations MATLAB course. Atharv is asking, what is the right time to pursue higher studies? So Atharv, I would say that that you should definitely look into some sort of industry experience before you get into higher education. Okay, and yeah, so pass out from your college, do get a good job, build some bank balance, and then go for your higher studies. If you really are interested in higher studies. And Chandrasekhar is asking, does robotic is also a part of programmer? Yes, Chandrasekhar, robotics is a part of programming as well, because like in robotics, you really get to understand that how your code can influence real world, okay, real physical world. So it becomes very important that a programmer also has some sort of robotic experience, okay, and moreover, it is now just in so now the relevance of knowing robotics is just increasing because of the changing markets and stuff like that. As I just mentioned in the presentation also, that robotics is now one of the very key skills and the very key technologies that is influencing a lot of industries around you. So it is very good and very important that you know about robotics in order to be a complete programmer. Okay, I'm posting in the link of the Ecovations Robotics course. It's a very good course taken by again me and my friend who has a lot of experience in robotics and has also worked with DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization of India. And it's a very good course. You can join into that course, and you can also use the promo code EcoWebinar, and you can also call on the number that I'm just mentioning for any doubts. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Apoor, for ML, does Equation offer any stats probability course, or do you touch this portion in the course? Apoor, we touch this portion in the course itself. And if you're interested in that course, I'm posting in the link. Definitely look into that. So this course is taken by like Ranjan Kumar, who has a lot of experience in artificial intelligence in the industry, and it's from Bits Pilani. Very brilliant chap, and you should definitely look into that. I'm posting in the link again. If you want to subscribe into that course, definitely look into that. Vedish is asking, as you told in the final year, one should build as many projects as possible. From where we can get ideas for our project building? So Vedish, there are two ways to build projects. One is do online courses and build the projects that have been showcased and have been taught in the projects in the courses themselves. Okay, take that as a starting point, and then you can slowly build on enhancements in those projects for your personal projects. Okay, another thing is that if you think that you already know a lot of skills like that, then you should and even then if you want to build a project, right, then what you can do is you can pick a product that you use every day, for example Facebook, or for example Gmail. Okay, and start building a replica of it. Okay, not the complete replica, but build some core features. For example, you might be using WhatsApp every day, right? Then make a chat application on your own. Okay, or for example, if you are using Facebook every day, then make a social network of your own. Or for example, make a Tinder application of your own. Or for example, make a Paytm application of your own, or make a Ecovision discussion forum on your own, something like that. Okay, so if you think that you already have a lot of idea about a lot of technologies and you want to like build a project on your own, then make some clone projects project cloning of some various famous projects, then you should be able to do good. Okay, and then you will have a lot of ideas about making those projects. Uh, so Chandrasekhar is asking, why does Ecovision not provide practical approach as under other online courses does? So I think Chandrasekhar, you are mistaken. Ecovision is the most practical, follows the most practical approach as compared to almost any online course that you see around the globe. Okay, so Ecovision is totally practical, and whatever courses and whatever thing that you are doing on Ecovision is totally in line with the industry practices, so that it helps you get a good job when you pass out from that. And yeah, Aman is asking, is MATLAB important for industry than other languages? So Aman, I would say if you are going to get into total like core engineering, then MATLAB is like somewhat less important as compared to other programming languages. So if, for example, if you are going to go into data science and if you know Python, then it is okay if you don't know about MATLAB. Okay, but again, it is just less important. I am not saying that MATLAB is not important, because MATLAB is very good for prototyping. So if you have any algorithm or idea of an algorithm that you want to build in your AI programs, then MATLAB is very important, so that you can prototype or you can test your ideas faster. Okay, so MATLAB is very good, and you should definitely look into that. Yeah, and Chandrasekhar is asking, I'm in my first year and not interested in math, physics, and other boring subjects. Should I drop out from your college? So Chandrasekhar, that is your personal opinion. Like if you want to drop out from your college or not, that is totally up to you. And if you like, I would highly recommend that take up some online courses and align it with your career, like what do you want to do in your life, and then take up a decision on whether you want to continue with your session or not. Okay, with your like engineering or not. Okay, yeah, you can also give in a call at the Ecovations helpline number to get more help that you want to look into. Okay. Okay, guys, I hope this session was good, and I was able to help you out. I'm sure I was able to help you, or at least in some of your doubts. Don't worry, we are always available, like offline, even after this webinar is over. I am posting in a link to a WhatsApp group. Let me just post in the invite link for that. So do join that group, and we will stay connected, like even after this session, and also take down the phone number and the email address of Ecovision, so that you can always be in touch with us even after this session. And do use EcoWebinar coupon code, because this is a very special code that is only given to the people who spend their precious time in taking the Ecovisions webinar. Okay, please use this code to get awesome discounts. I hope this session was helpful. See you next week on the same time in the sixth webinar of the Career in Programming series of Ecovision. Okay, and also follow us on our blog that I was talking about in the PPT as well. I will be sharing in the PPT for the session in the WhatsApp group that I just shared. Okay. Thank you very much. It was nice talking to you. See you in the next webinar.